today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Clark in on the
for Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 17 carries, 75 yards.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Tyler Ervin back deep. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He's tackled north of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and You know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
And the Lions.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Stafford on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. His throw caught right around the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown.
Marvin Jones. Touchdown.
Marvin Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? They were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
He's tackled it.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that is no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Clark in on the stop.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
The tackle made by...
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24.
From the 24, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. from the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
6 yards left on second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Julian Okwara on.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Mason Crosby.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Carry on Johnson.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dean Lowry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
The 23-yard line.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 77 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To return, here's Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Stafford. Amendola's got it complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, this complete to Jones. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's in his zone. Second quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It's now second.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line.
Now the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
1st and 10 at the
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Drop down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Down at the 17-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. On the delay, Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
On the tackle.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Rodgers to throw on third down. That's complete right around the 8. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Looking downfield and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll begin in the Windy City, where the New York Giants have made the trip to take on Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Nick Foles with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Gardner Minshew throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Panthers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it's second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Here's Jones. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
With a handoff to Aaron.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Danny Amendola on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On On second down, Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Johnson.
A gain of 3, second down.
39-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down and 3.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Johnson.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Operating from the gun, Stafford, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From a yard out, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to, will step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check. Check on his status when we get back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 13.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Set, lady. 54 Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, one set.
This one out quickly to Amendola. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Carry on Johnson. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Matthew Stafford sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Right. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Again, it's Dillon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. Love with a give to Dillon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it with Dillon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 11 now. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon with his first career NFL touchdown, and the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And it's caught here, Amendola. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Dillon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. There he goes right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this one through the uprights and good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. Oh, and now some space to operate. And now look at him go. The 30. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Matt Prater to kick.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run once more with Dillon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 46-yard line.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Dillon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The kick by Crosby is good. And their lead will swell up to 28.
Makes the score Packers 59, Lions 31.
And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on first down and completing it. A gain of 6 there on first.
To Marvin Hall.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Stafford on first down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
Stafford's pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Open man is Galladay, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Matt Prater.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually.